In the morning, in the evening, or sometime in between. I hope that you will see some Lexi on your screen. Subscribe.
How does perfection feel, darling?
Annyeong chickens, how are you doing this week? I'm so excited because today I want to talk about how we can stop the negativity and guard our mental space. Let's get into it. So lately, it kind of feels like the world is a dumpster fire. It's just crazy. Like, all of the bad things that you could have imagined happening are kind of happening. It's really overwhelming. And with the 24-hour news cycle, the divisive culture that makes us think that we all hate each other and we're so different, the uncertainty because of the virus, not knowing how things are going to end up or if we're all going to be all right in the end. These grave injustices and crises are really getting to us. So I have 5 steps about how we can actively battle negative input with positive input. So the first step is that we have to break up our usual patterns. We have to figure out how and when we are feeding our minds negatively. There's a lot of negative information out there that can just sink in if you let it. So we have to actively guard against it. Think about it. When do you listen to the news? Is it when you wake up in the morning? Is it when you get home from work? Is it when you're in the car? When do you take in negative social media? You gotta think about that. Think about how you're going to, one, recognize that behavior, but then start to think about, okay, how we're gonna change it. The second thing that you can do is you can turn off all your notifications. Completely avoid it. If you can completely get away from the news cycle, completely get away from negative social media, then by all means do it. There's something that my sister taught me, which is really great. And it's, if you live in society, you're gonna hear the major headlines. Like, they're gonna get back to you. You don't always have to consume all the time for you to know what's going on in general. Don't spend hours of your time with that stuff when you could be investing that time in yourself. Time is so important. Spend that time on a new habit or a new skill. Now guys, I'm still human, and I'm still working on this. So one of the things that I employ is a technology box. I have a technology box that I put my phone and my iPad in during my work day, during my special projects, during my Saturday when I'm relaxing, so I just don't get the negative stuff, I just get to play in peace. This is a really great idea, and I think that you could implement it too. Now, some people are going to insist that they need a piece of the news and they can't just quit cold turkey. Listen, I got some people in my family like that. I got you. Then what you need to do is you need to reduce it, okay? Set a timer for yourself. Did you actually know that you can go into your phone and on all of your apps, you can set a timer? 30 minutes, an hour, and then the app kicks you out. That's some forcible control right there. So just a note, when you reduce or when you avoid, it's a good idea to replace it with something else. I fervently wish that there was a 24/7 good news channel. You know, the kind of channel that tells you when puppies were saved and adopted, or when someone gave homeless man dinner, or, you know, when someone made a big donation to a great cause, but unfortunately, it doesn't exist yet. So you need to make your own good news channel. Did you know that YouTube allows you to make any playlist you want, and with a little bit of effort, you can make a playlist with affirmations, meditations, good stuff in it that your brain can chew on. And if you're the kind of person who can multitask, then you can just put your own special projects in there. Like, I have a singing practice playlist, and I can just practice riffs instead of, you know, plugging into negative stuff all day. Number 4, we have to stop ourselves and actually think about what we're going to do with the information that we're intaking. A lot of times, I have to stop myself when I'm watching the news and think, why am I watching this? What am I going to do with this information? Am I going to make a donation? Am I going to volunteer my time? Am I going to spread the word about this issue? And if I've done that for 30 minutes, then I can think to myself, okay, I got what I came for here. Now I have my next action point. I can move on. Then I don't need to keep watching endless and endless hours on the same thing. It'll put me in a fear-based state of mind. A good example of this is Black Lives Matter. Obviously, I'm blackity black, and I care about Black Lives Matter. And And if I watch too much news on this subject and I let myself get into a negative state of mind, then I start thinking really confining and narrow-minded things like, these people don't really care about us. I think these people are marching because they want to get out of their house. I think these people are posting because they're fakers. Are things really different from slavery if people can just shoot us without repercussions and a large majority of our male population is locked up in prison, making production for a capitalistic society that often treats us as second-class citizens in comparison to our white counterparts? But I know that the things that I really want to focus on are, there are people who truly care about this issue. They care and they're committed to learning and making things better, and their efforts are going to make an impact. And obviously things are better than they were in slavery. Slavery was slavery. We still have a long way to go, but things are getting better. The questions I really want to ask are, how can I continue to connect with people who are different than me, even though it's not the easiest thing to do? How can I continue to be a kind and open and loving person? And most importantly, how can I do something for the Black community? What am I going to do to move us forward? These are the questions I want to focus on. Number 5, the last tip I have for you is for you to consciously fill your feed with positive sources. This has really helped me lately. I used to follow people that I thought were interesting, fun, cute, good looking, whatever. I used to do a lot of that. But now, I specifically lately have been following people who put out positive content consistently, or they consistently talk about how they're going to take positive action, and it's really great. On Facebook, I have recently taken an energy course, and a manifestation course, and a Tony Robbins course, and I've joined all of those groups, and so now when I wake up, I have positive things coming at me all day instead of those negative things or just those social media news-based things. It is really an awesome tip, and I hope that you will try it. Find anything. Find a positive book club. Find your own special thing that you're interested in so that when you wake up, you're excited to look at that feed. Annyeong chickens, thank you for tuning in this week. I'm so grateful. So if you like this content, I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe, baby. I'll see you next week.
Take a little bit of me, and a little bit of you, and together we can make the world into something